Hello, welcome to day 11 of this creating a modern OpenGL game engine vlog series. So as I think as the name suggests, creating a modern OpenGL game engine with the help of the community. It's all open source, it's on GitHub. We actually recommend that you contribute towards the code, wherever it's ideal. We've got some documentation files in a folder called documentation that you can check out. We haven't really got a readme for it yet. It doesn't really need a readme at the moment, but it's got stuff like notes on there. Big feature though, if you think there's something missing or if there's something that you want to suggest, feel free to suggest it. Like I said, we recommend it because the aim of this series and this project in general is to create the best game engine on the planet and for free. So yeah, in the previous video I was just doing the event system and I couldn't get the GFW callback working, and I literally looked at it 5 minutes ago and it just clicked. I was like, oh my god, what the hell was I doing? So let me just run it. It'll run fine. And let me just minimize this. So if I click a bunch of keys, the aim was to have some sort of input here, and the input for now would have just been the word input. But the issue, I can't believe this, the issue was, this is where I'm setting the key callback. This will fine whether I did this and whether I use the keyword this or I did framework GFW : both of them work as long as the method is set to static. It doesn't, the class technically doesn't need to be initialized. The issue was with window. It wasn't anything to do with callback. I was trying to do lambda expression in the previous video via code of Stack Overflow, and it was to do with window, because the window isn't initialized till we get to this init method right here, and therefore we're trying to assign a callback to a window that technically doesn't exist yet. That's the reason it wasn't working. So if I cut this and I put it, I'll just put it where I got the other callbacks, just group it nicely, and I run this now, it should work. I can't believe it was something. Okay, we got the text input now in our console, something as simple as that. But in a way it's good it was as simple as that. It wasn't that much effort. So I'm actually going to change this from this to, I don't think there's any difference in this instance between having framework GIFW : and this, but I just prefer the look of it like this. This sort of just at a glance indicates to me that it's a static instead of it just being, well, non-static. So I'm happy with that. That is fine. So we got the key callback. That's essentially the mouse input for GLFW. Inside here, I believe it is I believe everything else you would just do within here. So if it's press, if it's release, what key it is, there's some other stuff as well. But then you get onto other stuff like other event processing. There should be mouse input as well, mouse input, joystick input. What input have we got? I think we got keyboard, mouse, and time. Yeah, time is very important. Joystick will add at a later date, or if somebody in the community wants to add it. It's not a priority at the moment in the engine for now. So we got this there. But before I do this, because what we want to do is have this linked up, because we got all of these events files. Don't know if we're going to need all of them, but at the very least I want this core, I want a singleton events method, or I might just add the methods to core framework potentially. Either way, I want to, no, I think it needs to be a singleton. Does it? I believe so, but either way we'll be linking it with other files. For now, let's just get SFML on the same sort of level. So if we go to keyboard input, this is what they've got. Their way in SFML is very nice, very clean. SDI is very similar as well. So if I scroll down, I just need to put this in the poll event. I believe that's where you put it. In all fairness, I've got tutorials on SFML. I'm just going to refer to them. So if I go to, I'll actually just go to our GitHub page, because on there is the code for SFML. Cocos Help is almost at 100 stars. The game engine is at 10. The modern OpenGL tutorials at 7. This technically as C. OpenGL tutorials is at 9. Come on. I want people to stop using OpenGL tutorials because that's the old immediate mode. We want people to be using modern OpenGL tutorial series. That is the replacement for it. So yeah, I wanted to search my repositories. So the repo that I wanted to check out, if you haven't seen this repo, this not necessarily awesome OpenGL, but if you just type into Google awesome list, you should find what I'm talking about. It's amazing. So yeah, let me just go back to what I was doing. SFML. So keyboard input. Keyboard events. And let's go to the main CPP. So in here, window poll event, window switching on window event dot type. Okay, yeah, we're calling it window event. That's fine. We could call it whatever we want, I guess. Doesn't really matter. I'm actually just gonna call it event, and I'm actually going to enable SFML because we're testing that out now. So SFML, and I started the video roughly 5:30, so I'm gonna do about an hour. So put that here, put that here. That's fine, I'm going to get rid of that code anyway. So key press, key released. I'm just going to copy and paste this for now. Obviously we don't want the user to come into here and have to add events or even have to do stuff. We'll have methods that are abstract all of this out. For now, this is the way we're just going to get it working. Event.qcode. That's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that in all fairness. So if I click, I'm going to click E. Key has been pressed. If I click A, key has been pressed and then it says A, because that's fine. SFML is done, or at least for now. SDL is very similar, so let's just enable SDL. SDL, and now in the CPP, go to the poll events. What we got? While SDL poll event. I think the switch statement will probably be better now. So from here, window event. I'm actually going to rename SFML then. Change it back to window event. So change event here, change it here. That should be all good now. So in SDL, window event.type on quit, we want to do is open equals false. Get rid of this. And on key up, we simply want to just do a cout, so std cout STL input std inline. Let's run that. Yep, that's working fine. Should still be able to quit in the normal way. Okay. Don't like that. Memory read failed. It must be to do with this, but within here it's messing up for some reason. We don't want a while loop in here because we're already running this every instance, so we don't want this to. Yeah, an if statement is fine. So I'm positive it works if I have it like this. No, it doesn't. Doesn't like it like this either. Okay, so I'm gonna put it like this, so I need to fix this. Something about it doesn't like. So if I set is open to false, and if we're returning is open, we're closing window, it won't be anything to do with this, but I do want to put that there anyway. Or I'm actually going to, no, it won't be anything to do with this either, because at the end of the day it didn't work with the old if stem. I'm pretty sure I tested it, but even if I did, code changes have occurred. So let's see what's happening. So we're in the main CPP, in the game loop, so which is in core engine, game loop. We're doing poll events, core framework cleanup. So I'm gonna have a look in there, core framework.cpp cleanup. So in SDL CPP, we're the cleanup. Destroy window. What I'm going to try is creating a local variable. Let's call it auto I for now, as that, whacking I into here. Bad access. So what happens if I just return 0? So if I return 0, seems to be fine. But if I return exit access, okay, I don't think he updated. So if I were to put this here again. What the hell? This is proper weird. It's actually working now. I'm gonna proper weird. I was gonna clean it, rebuild it. If it works, I'm just gonna leave it because it seems to be working now. If I get some keyboard input, that's fine. Still working after I got quick keyboard input. Try the one last method of closing it. Is quit from here, equivalent of Command Q. I'm gonna leave it. It's working. So okay, so we've got that. Because at the end of the day, for now, time is it? Okay, we've got plenty of time. Yeah, for now we can't. Let's say check if the mouse is, the keyboard is down, and do something. We have to actually go into each framework ourselves. So we need to figure out what is the best way, because you could put methods in the framework GLFW, in the framework files, and within the core framework, and therefore within the the framework interface. But how would the user access this? Because what we got to think is, how do we want the user to access input? What would we like for the user to access input? We could have a singleton or a class with statics. If we had the singleton, it would be similar to obviously settings, because that's a singleton. How would that work? And at the end of the day, if let's say it's called core events, or what would it be called? And should the user be accessing, the developer be accessing any of these files? Really, if I take inspiration from Cocos2dx, you generally only include the Cocos2dx file. If you get into slightly different stuff when you come into plugins and extensions, you include the appropriate file, but that's not part of the core framework. Input is, because realistically they should only have to include this file here, and this should include every single thing that you need. If you want to include them manually yourself, go ahead, that's fine. It won't be recommended, but you can do that. Because in here I want some sort of way. So we got the core engine. Either do C dot I can't really get the settings from here either. Really should be able to get settings from here. Okay, that's a slightly different thing, but I want to sort that out now. In the core framework file, we have, do we have a settings? Framework interface, we got settings. We should just be able to do void, core settings asterisk get settings, get core settings, and in here I'm just going to do return this core settings, build it. Okay, this is just something that I think that you should be able to do. You can obviously create your own instance of core setting, which obviously, because if it's initialized, it'll just be the same instance. That's fine, but we should have a way of getting the core settings. So within the main CPP, let's just trial it. So if we do it, let's do it within here, I guess. C dot get. No. Don't want that here. And the framework, we want it within the engine. So within here, because we shouldn't have to realistically return core framework, should we? Might have to. We'll have a look. We'll wing it. If I go back to here and do C dot get why is this not picking it up? Get core settings. So the methods are public. Yeah, it's not picking it up. I'm just gonna do it like so. So get core settings. Build failed. No member named in core game Sonar Game Engine core engine. But there is. Yeah, this it's just saying there's no member named that. Am I initializing the right one? Yeah, core engine, CE. Don't get core settings. Ah. So realistically, if I do game loop 2, should also moan about that. Reference from, yeah, it's reference from it, but doesn't exist. That's fine. But why? No member named that. Still say no member name get core settings, but there is. It's right here. Void. It's still saying no member named this. How can that be? God get. It won't be within the foundations. It's not inheriting from anywhere. Okay, cool. Shouldn't I have to put it here, should I? If I put core engine build that's just obviously this won't work because private. For to get core settings, even though the method called void, it's as if it doesn't exist. I just can't figure out why this method just wouldn't work. No, I must be doing something. Must be missing something like really simple. No member name get core settings in core engine. So let me jump to definition. So yeah, there is no method here called that. So the question is, where the hell is that file? Am I referring to a different file somehow? Jump to definitions. My friggin' bad. I added the wrong folder here because I was doing something. So if I were to... this will mess things up entirely. This will mess quite a few things up. I think I've done code changes since then. Oh my god, what the hell have I done? So let me just add this. Add to target. Fine, build it. Okay, we've got errors. I didn't update this. You know what? I will literally just from here just get all of the framework code and whack this into Sonar game engine, core, framework, replace. Should have just done apply to all. Rebuild. So it's saying, yeah, that's fine because obviously I haven't implemented it yet. That was super duper retard moment, that was. So let me get back to the story. Core settings asterisk get core settings return build that. That works a-okay. I'm gonna enclose this. I'm gonna put, we got an IO stream. I'm gonna do std cout std end line. Really shouldn't work. From here, what we want to do, get, what do we want to get? Again, we just get scaled window width. The OpenGL version. Yeah, why not? Dot major. Oh. It won't be that because what's he moaning about now? Expected expression. Expected semicolon after expression. What's semicolon right here? For some reason it doesn't like it like that. I thought you do a C out. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. For now I'm just gonna do it like this. It's weird. Got the version number 3, that's fine, that's the right version. Get. I want to do get window width, window title. I'm not too fussed with what we're returning as long as we're doing something. Why the hell? What's with that? It must just been one of those dodgy errors like we've been having. Okay, that's fine. Let me just close that. So yeah, that's good. We just wanted the ability to be able to get core settings, and I think we want something like that for the event. Something like ce.get events. I think that should be the best way of doing it, or the best way that I can think of at the moment. So singleton would probably be best. Let's have a quick look at the way GRFW handles mouse input. It can be very similar. For SFML, same. Don't see why it would be any different. And for SDL, seems very similar as well. So need to think about this. I actually need a piss, so I am, see what, we're around about 32 minutes. I'll be back in a second. I am back. So, yeah, I was thinking about the event system when I was in the toilet having a piss. And let me just minimize this. Okay. So if we did do something like ce dot get events, obviously this doesn't exist at the moment, I'm just sort of imagining how it might look. Get events dot keyboard dot, so in keyboard you'll probably have pressed and released, so dot pressed dot x, I mean dot dot pressed will probably be a good method in itself, because you'll want to know when it's being pressed. While I'm on this train of thought, let me comment this out. Go to definitions, go to SFML. Can't quite remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does handle multiple keys at any given time. So if I go to the CBP file and let's change it here. If I were to copy and paste this, it's to be what I'm gonna do is just do it like this, so I can see the actual window itself and see the console. So if I click A, click B, shit, I forgot to put a break, and this is sort of just getting in the way, so I want to get rid of that. So this is based on pressed. So if I click A, B, if A is still pressed, as you can see. Now B is pressed. Let go of B. A is also stopped then. Yeah, because it's based on cases. So only one can. Unless I do it based on an if statement. Okay, so if we let's just go back to the main. I'll leave it just sort of in a desktop at the moment, my Xcode environment, because we're going to need to test it again. So it would be something like ce dot get events dot keyboard dot pressed, and let's say you would do a if statement on something like this. So this would say it's been pressed. That's the only time we would actually hit this. And then so if I wanted to detect a particular key, do something like if ce.get events dot keyboard dot key equals A dot get key. We'll make it a function equal A. Something like that would actually be quite nice. So if it was something like that, it would hit core engine. There'll be a method in here for pressed. No, actually no, there wouldn't be any methods in here, because again we want to keep it as clean as possible. There will be the get events. So within here we would have some sort of event system. That's the reason a singleton is very, very attractive. So if we have a singleton like settings, and you obviously those methods would return wherever they're returning, but in the SFML section, let's say in here, when something is pressed, so for example, if key is pressed, we would do something like core events. So this would be singleton. Technically this already exists. No, it's, yeah, the class exists. No, poll events, that's what it's trying to, sorry. Core events dot set keyboard pressed, and this would just take a true or false value, so this will be true or false, and then within here, for example, now within, realistically, what is the code? What I don't know is how they're handling the code. Is the code the same as, I think it's based on ASCII. If it's based on ASCII, that helps shit ton. Okay, where would it be? Yeah, this is what I want to do, is check the A. Enumerated type. It's scenarios like these where having multiple frameworks can be a pain. So have a look at how SDL handles it. So if we go to definitions, change this to SDL, go to the CPP for SDL. So if I was to do SDL underscore key, underscore key underscore, how you get the key? Nope. SDLK underscore, should be all of our stuff now. So if I just pop up A, does it have an uppercase A as well? It's not, they've just got a lowercase, that's fine. Jump to definitions, and this is a character, apparently. And no, it's still an enumerated type. But at the end of the day, we can't return. Skip uppercase letters, that's fine. We can't return A, for example. Actually, no. Let me try something. If I were to do, if I were to just, I'm just going to C out in here. I'm going to do std, C out, std, and line. This won't run. You should get errors. Let's just comment out some code. At the end of the day, we don't need this. We go to the get event. Ready to rock and roll. So this should just, I guess, print out just. Let's print out 97, which is the ASCII for lowercase a. So excited. But actually, no, there aren't 97 things before this. Unless they're changing it on the back end, if they are. Oh, I hope so. Let me check SFML. Let me just check SFML, because if they are, it's going to help a shit ton. SFML, so excited. SFML. Yeah, obviously. That was just me sort of not experimenting, just planning how it's going to look. So if I copy that in key pressed, I guess. Nope, and I'll just do it in the poll event. So std and line, run this. Oh, it's 0. But there might be a way to get around that. SML keyboard ASCII. See if we can actually convert it to ASCII. Laurent, the guys created it, it's like, there is no function. You have to write it with a big switch. Has somebody already done it? 'Cause I don't honestly fancy doing that. Something I'd rather outsource to India. No. In all fairness, if I use something like a spreadsheet, I could reduce the time, but you're bound to make mistakes, you're bound to miss something out. And I'm just assuming that SFML supports every character that is on ASCII. And they might not. They might support more. You know what I'm gonna do, just see what the sketch is with GLFW, because if that is all good, we can just focus on SFML then. So if I go to definitions, GLFW, go to the CPP, within the key callback, what is it, GLFW underscore key underscore A. I'm going to jump to the definition, see what. So as ASCII, it's uppercase ASCII, and they don't have lowercase. But saying that, what I could do is just have a little detection thing saying if it's uppercase or lowercase. If, let's say, I just went with lowercase, for example, like STL is lowercase, I could in GFW check if it's between 65 and, what would it be, 65 and 90 inclusively, just incremented by 32. So that would be fine. Let me just print it out just to make sure, but it's looking likely that, no, I forgot the less than, I think it's put out, is it called? It's looking like GFW is all good. Putting the key callback, god damn it. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Because if I were to do plus 32, this would now be 97, which is the lowercase ASCII value. Yeah, that's fine. So it's just SFML we got to figure out. What was that? It's not about Unicode. If we can get ASCII keys, ASCII input for SFML, that would be fantastic. ASCII keyboard keys, ASCII value. Why would you not use ASCII values? Come on, Laurent. Why? Would you not? Somebody else is saying use 4, which is what we've done. Oh, going sort of off topic here. From 2011. Let's see what Reddit is saying. I forgot about that. So no, actually I don't think this is what I want at all. I don't think there's anything to do with what I want. Okay. Use event text entered. Let's have a look at that event. So in the definition, let's change this to as for mouth, we go to as for mouth CPP and change this to SF what was that talking about then? Event type text enter, oh okay, event what is this? Event.text window event. So if I were to do key pressed and if I were to put SF no window event dot text doesn't like that. Only seems to like that. No, that's not what I want. Window event dot get dot text dot Unicode. C is 2, no C, it's still not Unicode, and there's no ASCII code. But how do I get the text for text entered? Get shot. So if I do SFML get text entered, but that's text. I don't think that'll pick up down input. SF event text entered. See what comes up. So we got A is apparently 4. B is apparently 4. I think it's no. It's not what a 40 was, I don't think. handle ASCII characters only. What is this guy doing? Event.text.unicode. No, we want ASCII. Switch SF key, escape. ASCII table. Is there only 128 in ASCII? I can't quite remember. No, it's 250. No. So we got 0 to where's 128? Simple ASCII table. Might be getting somewhere. So if I jump to definition of A, I'll scroll down. After Z, what's on the ASCII table? It's not non-zero. No, that's not number 0. Nope, that's still not number 0. So I don't think these are in ASCII order. At least I don't think they are. Yeah, it's been almost an hour. I think I've made pretty good progress. I will be uploading the code very soon. Let's just have a look at this, see if we can figure the SFML side out. Because it's not even assigning the could do. I want to do the least amount of work. I was gonna say I could do checks for SFML, but if there's a way of doing it, that would be fantastic. If not, may have to do something like that. SFML ASCII. Did I? Yeah, I think I typed that in. You must catch SF text. Just give the character in event text Unicode. This is a UTF-rated character, but you can safely cast it to a character if it is less than 128. Event.text Unicode. Event. I'm gonna try window event dot text. Is there an uppercase version? Okay, no. Dot Unicode. So A should be 0, B should be 1, you got C, D, E, So let's see what 0 is. 0 is 26. On the ASCII table, that's a terrible ASCII table. Yeah, this one's a lot nicer. View the image. So where are we at? 0. But now if A, the letters are over here, shouldn't be up. Should be going down. Should be before. I think I'm missing something here in terms of ASCII. I mean, in terms of how SFML can potentially be converted to ASCII. Fours. They keep going back to 4s. Input names. Files. Input names. Have a look at this. To keyboard key. Okay, for SFML, ASCII, we have to use some external library. It's not the biggest deal. Don't mind doing that. After this, I'm going to be recording a OpenGL video for directional lighting. Looking forward to that. As SF string is compatible to all kinds of strings. Very nice Nexus. But help me. Library. See what examples they've got. Anything about user events maybe? Actually, let's go back to the GitHub page and see what the README says in terms of what 4 is. SFML extension with various game program features like particle. Okay, so it's SFML with a layer on top. It's almost like what we're doing, I guess. Just with SFML with certain features. Panel is explaining the event handling tutorial. It's the event handling tutorial. Event. Let's search for event. Events explained. Text entered. So, .unicode. So if it's below that, oh my god, this might be the thing that we've been looking for. Where would I even put this? Event.type. Guess it'll be within here, but for now let me just really should put it within this while loop. While event.type should be window event. Window event. Window event. Please say this is gonna work. let me just comment this out, because otherwise this is just going to get in the way of what we're doing. It'll just be confusing otherwise. So if I click A, ASCII character type, B, ASCII character type, so if I do 0, ASCII character type 0, square bracket, but I want the code. I'm going to look at this a bit later on, and yeah, I'm going to end this video now. Let me just actually put this code on GitHub. First of all, let's just get rid of the copy folder. Make sure it's still working, aka I haven't deleted the wrong folder. That's all fine. So if I go to here, copy and paste this into Documents, GitHub, OpenGL, modern OpenGL game engine. Let's get rid of all this, whacking this in here. Open up GitHub. If anyone in the community knows how to convert HTML to ASCII easily without doing massive switch statement or some sort of check, please do let me know. Just need to go to the game engine. So if I do day 11, commit to master, sync it up. Okay, so I'll just commit these changes. Okay, so if I go to modern OpenGL game engine, this has just been committed about 20 seconds ago. Make sure this is the right one. Just making sure we've got the right one in here. If we go to core engine, there should be a get core settings method now. It wasn't working because I was referring to the wrong file. I mean, I included the wrong folder in the project. That was something I did before the video. I was just messing around because IntelliSense wasn't working, because I had added files from the previous video. I was just fixing that. And I just duplicated the folder to make sure there wasn't any problems, so I could revert to it, and I accidentally added that folder to it, and the referencing was just messed up. So in GFW, yeah, we'll see out in the key +32 in SDL. Should be the same. And finally SFML, just confirming this all there, but it looks like it. Okay, that's fine. We did get somewhere with the SFML stuff, but there's still some way to go. But it's exciting stuff, challenging stuff. I'm learning, everybody else is learning or contributing. So good, so good. So yeah, end the video here. This was day 11. There will be a link in the description for the source code, so if you want to check that out, contribute, help, add, whatever it is, copy it, try and sell it on eBay for £1 million. Don't you get that much for it, don't you get £1, but whatever. If you do, feel free to do that, and I will see you tomorrow in day 12. Enjoy the rest of your day.